Hey, what's up guys, Fifa here and welcome to this Inform Eye review. He's currently just 10k, so you can go ahead and pick him up for pretty cheap. And you look at his card stats, 80 pace, 81 shooting, 82 physical. There's some freaking awesome stats to mention such a low rated Inform. And he does look pretty damn good, but as you can see by his record, I didn't actually have that much fun with him. In 6 games he scored 7 times and got himself 2 assists, which fair enough isn't a horrendous record, but with those stats I was expecting a bit more despite him being quite low rated overall. But still a pretty fun player to use, and as I say, with him being so cheap, I do advise trying him out, and obviously I do advise you to partner him up with Doumbia. Going into the in-game stats, 85 strength. Now, when I was looking at the stats before I actually started playing with him, I thought, yeah, he's going to be really good at holding up the ball. Not so much. He got tackled, dispossessed from the ball so freaking easy. It was unreal. Even the weakest defenders with not the best tackling were just taking the ball off him with ease. So you do need to be pretty careful, to be honest, because as I say, he does lose the ball quite easily, especially with someone with so much strength. He didn't really hold off players too much, which was a bit annoying. He does do it, but just not as often as I would like for someone with such high strength. One thing I did like about him was, despite him not feeling that quick, he did make some good runs, which was good to see. To be honest, at 80 pace, he did feel a bit sluggish, but the fact he made some good runs made it easy for him to set up chances. And as you saw there, he got himself into the box, got fouled, and ended up slotting home a penalty for his troubles. But once again, makes a great run, beating the defence. Has to be honest, because as I say, he does feel pretty sluggish. But once he gets that beat on the defence, they're not going to do too good of a job to catch up to him, and he does finish very, very well. His finishing can be a bit inconsistent, but what I did like about him was his shot power. His shot power was always pretty damn good, and as you can see here, actually shows some decent ball control, which is quite surprising because his ball control in game wasn't actually good, and eventually puts the ball into the back of the net. But you saw in that clip how hard it was to orientate him. That was down to his dribbling. It didn't feel that great, to be honest. But as I said, the best thing about him for me was the runs he made. He was always making good runs for me, always in support of Doumbia, and if you're going to try Inform Mari out, I definitely advise you using him in a 2-striker formation. He's a very effective player, but as you can see, his finishing overall isn't very consistent, which was annoying to me, because as I say, 81 shooting on his card, I did expect a bit more than what we got, but he is a discard player, and I suppose I shouldn't be expecting too much from him. Overall, it was a fun player to use. I just think I expected a bit too much of him when I first started the review. So the positives, his shot power is very good, and one thing I forgot to mention while the clips were rolling, he wins a lot of headers. For someone who's 5'11", he won a lot of headers, and his strength is pretty decent, to be honest, although he is very easily dispossessed and he doesn't hold up the ball too well in my opinion. But overall, I'm going to give Inform Mari a 7.5 out of 10, and I just recommend you guys try him out, to be honest. You might think he's a bit better, but for me, he just didn't perform as well as I was expecting, maybe. Anyway, that is the end of the review. If you have enjoyed, remember to leave a like, comment below who'd like to review next. Have a very good day. Adios.